Big up, Madam CJ. I appreciate your support, sister. I appreciate the support. See you, brother. Hope all is well. Hello.
Hello.
Good day. How old are you?
I was just wondering, I saw a video of you shouting at Takesha, and it was the
You
funniest thing I've ever seen, and I just wanted to thank you for making my day better.
They have videos of me shouting at Takesha. That's so weird. But you gotta say your age for Tickety Talk still, so that they
I'm
don't, take
20.
my laptop. Awesome. Where did you find the video?
It was on my For You page.
Can you tag me in the video? I would like to give it a like.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, but it's the funniest thing I ever have seen.
Oh my goodness. They always make videos of me, but I can never get a tag. But yeah, she needed that. She needed to be humbled. She's horrible. She's failed. What she promotes, it's against God, it's against nature, it's against everything that is morally just. Thank you. Thank you for the roses, Papi. But yeah, tag me in it, please. And big up
Yeah,
yourself.
I
Have a good
will.
day.
I will. But see you later. God is good.
God is good all the time, darling. Have a good day. I want to get tagged in the video. Have you guys seen that video? Big up yourself, Ninja. Big up yourself. How you doing, baby? I know. Follow the mods so the mods can share it with you. If you follow the mods will share the live with you. Love you too, Mel. Love you too. Funny Bone, big up yourself. Funny Bone, they messaged me about you. They said that you were gifting the other guy because you wanted me to lose the match. And why would you go over there to gift the guy and you're going to turn on me and all sorts of nonsense? You remember the messages that they used to send about Joy? Nikki, big up yourself. I didn't even respond because I really don't got time for that. Big up yourself, Jersey. How you doing, my beautiful sister? Big up yourself, beloved. But why would they even message me to say those things? I don't know what's wrong with you. I think that they have mental health issues, honestly. I don't care about winning no match. I'm not a match person. That's what I'm saying. Why don't they message you? They should message you. Don't be messaging me talking nonsense. Thank you, Jeff. But why would they think I care about matches? But Funny Bone, at the end of the day, I don't understand. It's tickety talk. It's never that serious. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Jeff. I felt so good when you guys went over there and supported him because he had nobody over there supporting him. I didn't mind. You know what I mean? Sometimes people need to feel that there are other people out there that care for them. So the fact that y'all went over there and gifted the guy, I don't feel no type of way. When you're doing matches with these people and nobody's there supporting them, not even one single rose, it's so sad. I don't mind. In all honesty, I don't mind. Okay, Nikki, I wish you a safe and wonderful recovery. Big up yourself, darling. God bless you. I will pray for you, darling. Shav, big up yourself, baby. Emma, big up yourself, darling. Love you guys. Dina, big up yourself, baby. That's what I'm saying, Jersey. These people, why are they messaging? It's just that sometimes people message me thanking me for stuff, like thanking me for doing the lives and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Asking me to pray for them and stuff. That's why I keep the messages open. What I'm going to start doing, maybe I have to take it off like where everybody can send me a message because I'm getting tired of these people, man. Yeah, they're complaining about Funny Bone. Dominique, big up yourself, baby. Love you lots, sir. But that's the thing, they can't cause any rift between me and nobody. At the end of the day, I've said this numerous times, right? With me, only a person can make me not deal with them anymore. Only that individual can make me not deal with them anymore. Nobody can tell me anything about you to make me not want to associate with you. You have to be the one to do it. So I don't know why they keep messaging me talking about people that I don't care. I don't care. Okay? It seems so, Jersey. Listen, I'm just here to spread the news. I'm just here to bring awareness. I'm here to highlight the atrocities that are facing our children. I'm here to highlight the community that is causing these atrocities. I'm here to bring everybody here closer to God. Love you, Jesselyn, sister. Good to see you, beautiful. That's all I'm here for. I don't care about notoriety. I don't care about fame. I'm not the type of person that will get great popularity. I won't get sponsorship. My mouth is reckless. I'm not here to become an internet sensation. That's not my duty on social media. If it were, I've gotten offers to go on podcasts. People have offered me. The other day, somebody wanted to pay me $600 to go on their podcast. People want to pay me $400, $500 to come on their podcast. It's not that I couldn't use the money, but at the end of the day, I have to think about certain stuff. If you're going to require me to call people by their preferred pronouns and their preferred adjectives and adverbs, I can't do it. At the end of the day, my soul matters to me. My soul matters to me, right? It matters to me what I do, where I go when I leave this plane. It matters to me. So monetary compensation won't get me to switch up. People's likes, people's opinion of me won't get me to switch up. So I don't know why they keep doing that. Sending report, but it just like, get a life, man. Get a life. Don't have time for that. I love everybody that takes a stance against this community. I love and it may sound cliche and it may sound like I'm just saying it to say it, but one day when we're all being judged, right, God will tell you that Shiloh meant what she said. Every single one of you that support me, right? Not even me, that support the cause, the pushback against this community. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. We may not agree on everything. You may not like my tone, my verbiage, but we are the only good ones left. We are the only good people left. We're the only one with a moral conscience left. No, I've been so worried about him, Jersey. Like, literally, I keep thinking about him. Big up yourself, Isla. Oh, Desi, big up yourself, darling. Exactly, Morgan. I don't have time for that, man. I don't have time for that. Somebody sent me a case yesterday, and I cried my eyes out because at the end of the day, it's like these things don't come on the news. There are children that are in foster care, that are being passed around foster care. With their essence being ripped from them. And you don't see this on the news, right? A friend of mine who used to be a nurse, she sent me a case. Guys, let me tell you something. Our children are suffering. Our children are suffering. You hear what I'm saying to you? Our children are suffering. I'm not surprised, Isla. I'm not surprised. I didn't see that. If you can send it to me, I would put it up. If you can send it to me, I will put it up. I'm not surprised. Their whole agenda is to pervertize our children. That's all it is. They want to turn them into sexual deviants, have them watching porn at like 5, 6, 7, 8, so that they can indulge in these activities. That's what they want. Why would they mistakenly put a corn site on a Barbie doll packaging? Why would they? How come? What would cause that glitch? What could cause that glitch? It wasn't a glitch. It was intentional. Listen, God bless your little, Nikki. God bless your little. And make sure you pray over them. Pray over them. Because the devil is running rampant here. Exactly. That's what, listen, Ems, Chanel, listen. You see my son, people may think that he's rude. Big up yourself, Nashville. Love you, brother. Of course, Marie. Listen, people think that my son is rude, but I love the way my son is because, all right, listen. I took my son's, the little iPad thingy that he uses, right? You know why I took it? Because he came to me and he said, Mom, Chris from Mr. Beast is trying to turn into a woman. I said, what? He's the first person to let me know. I said, what? He said, yes. He's a T. He used the word. I didn't stop him. I said, let me see. So I looked and I saw that he was telling the truth. I'm like, okay. He said he doesn't want to see them. So he said, block them. So I blocked Mr. Beast on the YouTube thingy. Anyway, couple days, couple weeks passed. He came to me and he said, Mom, look. I thought you blocked them. They're still on there. I said, what? He showed me. They were talking about, remember, this is an age restricted. I restricted it. He's 8 years old. I put the age even further down, right? And YouTube was still showing him Chris talking about his transition. Little Nas X. All these men in frocks, all these alphabet people coming up on my son's iPad. So I said, you know what? Screw this. I said, I'm going to take the tablet. He said, yes, Mom, I don't want to see them. He said, yes, Mom, I don't want to see them. And I looked at him and he said, I don't want to see them, Mom. I don't want to see them. Do you guys remember the other day when a man who dressed up like a girl came on the live, and I said to my son, even my son would say that you're a guy. And I put the phone in front of my son and I said, does this look like a guy? He said, he turned his face. He literally covered his face. He didn't want to look at it. He did not want to look at the thing on the screen. He said, nah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to look. I'm like, what? He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. He doesn't even want to look at them. He's very peculiar. He's very peculiar. I bought him like some little t-shirts, right? And I brought them home. One of them, it had a rainbow colored on it. Just ordinary rainbow with some designs, right? Some nice designs, some guys with the rainbow. Would you believe me? Right, Ems? Would you believe me that he said he doesn't want it because the rainbow was on the shirt? He said, I'm not going to wear that. I said, it's a new shirt. It looks nice. I said, the rainbow is about God. He said, Ma, I'm not wearing that. I don't want it. Take it back. And would you believe me? He did not wear the shirt. He didn't wear the shirt. I had to give it away. He did not wear it. And I'm so proud that he's like this. I am so proud that he's like this. So proud. So proud. The way he reasons, you would think that he's like a grown ass man. The way he reasons. Pam, I'm just so proud of him. I love him so much. I love him. I love him. He didn't wear the shirt. Exactly, Isla. Win, smart boys. Win, smart boys. A little boy in his class, right? Oh my God. I don't even know if I can say certain stuff on here because I'm going to get in trouble. But oh my Lord, I've been called in school like 3 to 4 times already. But I pay a lot to keep him educated, so it is what it is. But they've called me to the school, and oh my Lord, oh, he is something else. He is something else. Big up your son, Nikki. Big up yourself. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. They always want to tell me how to raise my son. You can't tell me how to raise my son, especially when it comes. Big up yourself, Snow. Love you, baby. Especially when it comes to things of, things on a moral compass. Blood clot, things that has to do with morality. You can't tell me. Daily Vibe, love you, my sister. You can tell me how to raise. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. I'm proud. He doesn't want me to do anything for him. He says he's a man. He says he's a man. He puffs out his chest, doing it like the wrestlers. Ugh. Look at my arms. He does sit-ups in the living room. I'm like, little boy, what are you exercising? What are you exercising? This little boy does push-ups. He does sit-ups. Talking about he's a man. Oh my Lord. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, Kat. Aunt Kat, good to see you, sister. Oh. Just viewing, how you doing, baby? Yeah, I will never tell him that he's not. He wanted me to get him the thing that the men put on. What you call that thing? Shaving cream. Talking about he has hairs. Talking about I'm gonna shave. I'm like, what are you gonna shave? What is there to shave? What is there to shave? This little boy doesn't want you to, normally your son is using the restroom. I can remember as long as I've known this little boy. He doesn't want you to look at his visage when he's not covered. He doesn't like it. He does not like it. You know how some little boys would wear shorts and stuff? He says he doesn't want anybody looking at his legs. If the shorts don't go like to his knees or over his knees, he doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. I'm like, what is wrong with this little boy? And I think that God wants to use him. Exactly, Brooklyn. Right, Nikki? It's so cute. I love children, man. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how anybody can harm a child. Yeah. But he wants to shave, talking about I should get him shaving cream to shave. I'm like, what are you talking about? Come on. They're so innocent. They're so pure. A child will make you feel You could be having the most horrible day and a child could just brighten your day. Brighten your day. They give you a reason to live. They give you a reason to live. You see, when the day of judgment comes, you guys will see what I've done in this world when it comes to children. You will see. Scripture says that he that exalts himself shall be abased. But when the day of judgment, I'm not a good person, but I think that people will say she tried. You know what I mean? I think people will say she tried. Hopefully God will say that too. Big up yourself, CSB. How you doing, baby? Yeah, I saw that. Desmond the Amazing. Right, Lizzie? They are our future wicked dragon. It's just... I'm sorry. Same, CSB, same. Very much the same. I just love children. I get emotional thinking about people hurting them. I don't know. Listen, Brooklyn, I've been saying that. Brooklyn. Safi Dame, big up yourself, Safi. Safi sister, big up yourself. Didn't even see that comment. Blood clot. He's 8. He's 8 years old. Big ups to your son. Tell him Wakanda forever. Nikki's son, big up yourself and continue to be a great boy for your mom and put God first in everything. Put God first in everything, Nikki's son. God bless you. Okay, Isla, I'll check it out now. Isla, who's that woman, Jojo? Is that a tranny? Is Jojo a tranny? Who is it? Who is that man thing? Is Isla there? Big up yourself, Spring. How you doing, baby? Brooklyn, you look so damn good to have a son of 26 years old. Nikki, you look so damn good. Nikki, hear me, Nikki. Brooklyn, if you got a son at 26, girl, you look so damn good. It says Jojo Siwa. Jojo Siwa. I'll be back. I don't know. Isla sent me a photo where it looked like oh. Because I just got a photo from Isla where it looked like it had a pianist. Oh, okay. Explains a lot. Explains a lot. I don't know these people because I don't be watching no TV. So thank you, Isla, for the article. All of them are demonic. That's why I tell you the entertainment industry is demonic. They're all demonic. Mattel apologizes after wicked misprint found on doll's packaging. Direct customers to adult film site. Mattel dolls inspired by the film Wicked have just pulled from store shelves, have been pulled from store shelves after a typo was found on the packaging, which directs to adult film sites. I can't even see the rest. Hold on. That's no mistake. They intentionally did that, and it's for the children. They wanted the children to click on the site to see the corn. And guess what? Thousands and thousands of children did. And now they're addicted to adult films. It wasn't no accident. They did it intentionally. And they wanted those children to know that these types of sites exist, and they've succeeded. They did it intentionally. They did it intentionally. I don't even know what the hell is Wicked. Is it supposedly a movie? They're just trying to pervert the children. None of them are good. No entertainer is good. All of them are wicked. Because even if they don't go to the origins and do these things, oh, it's a play. They turn it into a movie. Well, I'm glad I don't watch TV or watch plays, so, miss me with that bullshit. Right? The whole entertainment industry is wicked because they all know what goes on there. I heard that Denzel Washington told a guy to leave before 12 or 1 because that's when the devil shows up. But Denzel Washington knows what goes on there. Why hasn't he spoken up? He knew what was going on with Diddy. Why didn't he speak up? All of them are evil, but they want to talk about God this, God that. Which God? You notice none of them ever says Jesus Christ? You notice none of them ever says Jesus Christ, and the ones that say Jesus Christ, when they thank God, you see how the media bashes them and chastises them, painting them out to be villains? This one Caucasian guy, said thank you Jesus for is a word and stuff like that, and told people about what Jesus died for. And all of a sudden there's this scandal about him, that he's a horrible person, that he gave away the dog or the cat, something like that, when his wife became pregnant. I know he's horrible and he's an animal abuser. And I'm like, I know why they're saying this. It's because he said thank you Jesus. They don't want Jesus' name out there. They're all evil vipers. I can't see the comments, so I'm gonna have to change this. I can't see the comments, so I'm gonna have to change this one. Do you guys think we should do satire today? Do you guys think we should do satire? I can do the satire. Let's see if anybody will take the bait. Let's see. You guys have to be quiet though. You can't let them know that it's satire. Okay? You can't let them know that it's satire. See if anybody will take the bait. All right? So, shh. Shh. Aunt Lydia, how you doing, baby? Good to see you, love. Aunt Lydia, have you spoken to BMG? Is he okay? Safi says everyone knows you. Well, maybe we'll get somebody who doesn't know me. Maybe. Safi, have you spoken to BMG? Is he okay? Have you spoken to BMG? Bomboclat. Can you call him to see if he's okay? Yes, share the live by pressing copy link. It counts as a share, but it won't send anywhere. Yes, please ask him. Ask him that I'm asking about him if he's okay. Big up Adam, I see you. Gio, I see you. Let's get the apps in here. Not Emma with the alphabet flag. Yes, and tell him that Jersey's asking for him too. I don't know. They know me so well for real though. I don't know if they're gonna come on, but let's hope. Let's hope. Oh guys, I got back the Shandante account, but there's no live access on it. I'm gonna ask Safi if she can go to the Tickety Talk place and ask them to give me back the live access. Yeah, I got back the Shandante, but it doesn't have live access. They've removed live access from it completely. Big up Times Up. Big up Jayoni. I'm going to ask Safi to go up there and see if she can get him to put it on back. Oh, my Lord. They really do hate me on this app, though. They hate me on this app for no reason at all. I'm the nicest person on Tickety Talk. I don't know why anybody would have any problems with me. Am I not the nicest person you've ever met? Come on now. I'm the nicest person you ever met on Tickety Talk. I'm so kind and so considerate and so compassionate. That's what I'm saying too, Nikki. That's what I'm saying. Freedom of speech, man. Big up yourself, Joni. Right, Katie. All is well, Jayoni. All is well. We're trying to put in a different set of people, so you guys can't give it away. We're trying to pull in a different crowd to see if people will come up and have a conversation. Thank you, Emma, for the sub. Guys, remember to sub to the YouTube as well. It's linked in my bio, and you can sub to the live as well, or the account here on Tickety Talk. I'd appreciate it. It's like $5. Exactly, Spring. I was a tomboy and I didn't grow up to be anything other than a woman. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, I'm going to put up more thingies on it. Don't worry. I'm going to put up yesterday's debate on it and the day before that as well on it. I'm going to send them over. Yeah, I think he's having a moment. Oh my God, Safi, I'm gonna ask you to send me his digits so I can get in contact with him. Send me his digits. He sent me, but I can't go through all the messages to find it. Oh, I don't know. I've been worried about him. I've really been worried about him. I don't know why. I just hope he's okay. I just hope he's okay. Oh my God. I don't know what's going on, man. Fucking hell. All right, guys, let's see if we can get anybody in here, any customers. If you disagree with the background, you're free to come up and have a conversation. If you disagree with the background, you are free to come up and have a conversation. If you believe that trans women are not women, come on up. If you believe that, I don't know, guys, we gotta protect our little boys. We gotta protect our little boys. I just get so angry. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to do the live today. I don't know. Because a friend of mine sent me a case, right? And our government is failing the kids. Foster care is failing the children. Group homes are failing the kids. It's like everything is piled up against them. You know what I mean? And our little boys, everything is piled up against them. It's like they want to destroy men. They really, really want to destroy men, and they want to do it from the core. So they're getting to them at a younger age. They're getting to them at an even younger age. It's just too much, man. It's too much. And so many men are living. So many men are living with that secret. That's why the suicidality for men is so high. That's why so many men, even right now, you know, before I came on the live, a guy on a post where the guy unalived himself, and the guy was in the comments saying, you know, he doesn't think he can go on anymore. And I left him a message. I responded to him and I said, you know, you may not know it now, but there are a lot of people that will weep, you know, that have had great impact from just being with you and being around you. You don't know the impact that you've had on them. There are a lot of people right now going through the same thing that you're going through and saw you, right, as an example of how to carry on. He said he lost everybody and he doesn't have anything. And I DM'd him, but the DM is said that if you don't follow him, if he doesn't follow you, the message can't be sent. And I'm just so pissed because this man is telling people, and there are people in the comments on the thread telling this man he's weak. You know, why are you telling us this? No, people don't even have sympathy anymore. Oh, God have mercy. God have mercy. Thank you, Django. Exactly, Nikki. Toxic masculinity doesn't exist. They want to feminize the boys. They want to feminize them. They want to turn them out. They want them to be twerking on tickety-tock. Because if masculinity is bad, but as a man twerking and wearing nail polish and makeup, that's good, make it make sense. Just make it make sense for me. Just for me. Exactly. The levels of testosterone in our men is just... It's just sad. I'm going to change this. I'm not going to lie. I hate seeing it. It's making my spirit irk. I'm going to change the background. It's upsetting my spirit. Even just looking at it, I'm sorry. Maybe another day I can do it, but today is not the day. Today is not the day at all. Not the day today. I hate the alphabet community. I hate the alphabet community, in all honesty. I hate what they're doing to our children. I hate the people that are, you know, in control of the government and our society and our world. I hate them from the depths of my soul. Exactly, Jelly Bean. I agree with you. So many children go missing from the border. So many children go missing in foster care. Foster care. It's just sad. Nobody cares. Nobody is outraged. I feel like I'm insane. You know what I mean? I just feel insane sometimes because I get on here and I scream like a mad woman trying to let people understand what's going on, but nobody really cares. Nobody is like, that's what I'm saying. Truth is objective. Everybody's just like me, 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 me. People still following celebrities even after, everything was exposed about P. Diddy. People still supporting celebrities, Hollywood. After P. Diddy, after so many years of rumors, was finally exposed as being a P3DO. It's like, come on. Come on. Come on. You went to Kamala Harris's rally. Why? Because she had Beyonce. I can't see that. Let me see. What's her name? Christy? Is it Christy? Miss Flexi? Is it Christy? She started saying that now? Whoa. She's just gonna copy me. She's gonna use everything that I've said and try to blow up on social media. Oh, Envy's saying it now. They're just gonna copy and try to blow up on social media. That's all it is. Thank you, Moreno. Of course she did. They can't come up with an original thought. But I wonder how the people feel that support them. Hearing them just regurgitate things that I've been saying for the past 5 years without giving me an ounce of credit. Can you imagine? I wonder how they feel. Just sitting there listening to them saying it and cheering them on. You're so right, like you never heard me say it before. They have no shame. They're leeches, they're vipers, they're vampires. Can you imagine living off government assistance? Living off government assistance and TikTok coins could never be me. Big up yourself, Charles. Love you, darling. If you disagree with the background, you're free to come up. That's why I don't want anybody who support them on here. I've made up my mind. I just don't want anybody that support them on here. Because they never call them out for saying, you know what? You should give Shantae credit. They never call them out for that. They never call them out. They just sit there and just praise them like they were the ones that came up with it to begin with. Evil people. And I bet the people in the live were like, Flexi, I bet the people in the live were like, you're so right. Me 2 times up. Flexi, I bet the people in the chat were like, you're so right. You're so right. It's so true. And they know that I've been saying this. They know I was the one who said it. Oh my Lord. And nobody called her out for her bullshit. Big up yourself, Shadow. How you doing, baby? Nobody called her out for her bullshit. Exactly, Isla. Boy. Boy. They didn't. None of them even knew who John Money was until me. They didn't know who John Money was. They didn't know that Intersmix is just still male or female. They didn't know any of this. She's a liar. She's just copying and pasting everything that I've said. Her and Christy, they're doing the same thing. Awesome, Shadow. And I'm glad you're having a good day, darling. Enjoy your day off. You know why? I saw one of her accounts still following me and I blocked it. One of her main accounts still following me and I blocked it. Because I blocked all their accounts. So I don't know how one of her accounts are still following me. But the reason why they still follow me, and I'm convinced of this, they won't have any material. They won't have any material. You get what I'm saying? So they still follow me to hear what I'm saying so that they can copy it on their lives and take credit for it. That's why I'm moving from, I can't wait until Tickety Talk is banned. Listen, they're not for no side other than filling their pockets with people's gifts on TikTok. The only side that they're on, believe it or not, is for monetary compensation. They're self-serving individuals. They don't care about nothing, right? She's trying to buy a house. She's tired of living off government assistance now. That's cute. So she's trying to buy a house off TikTok coins, off your money. She's trying to buy a house of people's TikTok coins. Tomorrow, gonna do battles. I love you tomorrow. It's only a day. When I tell people that they're not for anything, the only reason why they speak on these topics is because they're grifters. They don't care about children. They don't care about women. They want to move up, right, in popularity like Dean and Parker so that they can become famous and get monetary compensation. These are the same women that respect pronouns and adjectives as just if they're like getting somebody who's well known in the trans community to come on their platform. If they're getting a guest that is well known in the trans community to go on their platform, they mute people in the lives that quote unquote misgender them. She's a ride or die for TikTok coins. She's basically the same like Mandora. Her and Christy are not for anything other than monetary compensation. And that's why they're trying to get rid of me, right? That's why they're telling people, oh, if you support Shanta, we're going to dox you. We're going to dox you. But at the same time, they're saying that I'm horrible. But all they do is sit on their lives and regurgitate the things that I've been saying for the past 5 years. That's all they do. They don't come with nothing new. I have all my recordings. You will hear me talking about, oh, the trans ideology is created to legalize P3DO. I have recordings as way back as 2019-20. I have recordings of myself saying that on Tickety Talk. I have a recording of myself on IG saying that when Caitlyn Jenner won Woman of the Year. Big up yourself, Joshy Poo. How you doing, baby? That's all they do, Isla. That's what they do. That's why they still follow me on troll accounts, and that's why they record my lives. Thank you, Joshy Poo. She's sitting there telling people the trans ideology is about P3DO. Envy, you're such a leech. You're such a leash and a leech and a bum. You're a bum ass bitch. Broke bum ass bitch. Living in government assistance. You're like 40, pushing 50 years old. And now you want to buy a house off TikTok coins. What were you doing all these years? Sitting on your ass getting government assistance? And then you know what's funny? It's the people. It's the people buying her the house that are the worst. It's the people buying her the house that are the worst. Dumpster, do you want to come in the box? Dumpster? Dumpster, I see you share the live. Do you want to come in the box? Thank you, iDrive. She's not for the cause. She's about money. She's about money. Getting government assistance. What kind of cause it? These people have never had any lives. They realized that there was a market for people to speak up. Oh, thank you, Safi. They realized that there was a market for people to, speak up about these things and gain popularity. And that's what they want. That's what they want. And they're copying me to do it. But they're not the first and they won't be the last. Let's be real. How many of them have come on here and done the same thing? But it's the people that don't check them and say, you know what? Give Shantae credit. That disgusts me. Leeches will be leeches. Vampires will be vampires. Ticks will be ticks. Exactly, Mew Mew. And I heard that Envy was on live talking about the trans ideology is about P3DO, to pervert the children because John Money, she's just copying things that she's been hearing me say. She's just literally there just copying, just regurgitating things that she's heard me say. Thank you, Safi. But it's the people that support them that disgusts me. It's the people. Big up yourself, Jenny. That's why they send bot reporters by the hundreds, by the thousand to my live because they want it restricted. They don't want me out there. They don't want me getting views. They want my accounts gone. Remember, they even report my YouTube because they see that people actually subscribe to my channel. People subscribe to my channel. They reported my YouTube video for fake engagement, saying that the followers weren't real. Can you believe that? They even went to my YouTube. Christy, Cuttlefish, Envy, they all do it. Reporting it for fake engagement, mind you. I didn't even know that you can buy YouTube. I didn't even know that. They reported all my YouTube videos. I had to take so many of them down. Trying to get my YouTube banned. But they don't understand. With me, I'm not trying to be a TikToker or a social media influencer. I'm not trying to do that, okay? The thing with me is you guys are trying to do that. So you see all the racist shit that you guys have done and said and propagated on my lives, that will come back to bite you guys in the arse. It will come back to bite you in the arse. Thank you, ex-Canadian. Thank you, baby. Is there anybody who disagrees with the background? You're free to come up if you disagree. And you see how I have 70 plus people in here? These are real people. When you go on their lives and they have 300, 400 people, it's not real people, it's bots. If you disagree with the background, you're free to come up and have a conversation. Remember that, because we're here for educational and entertainment purposes only. Big up yourself, Linda. Big up yourself, darling. If you disagree with the background, feel free to come up. Let's talk about it. You know what's funny to me? That now that Trump's won, the people from the alphabet community, they're panicking, right? They're panicking. And they're basically grasping at straws, saying that, the racists have won, the bigots have won, and they're going to destroy America, this, that, this, and the third. But wasn't America when this ideology wasn't propagated? Wasn't America thriving when we knew what men were and what women were, rather than playing along with this dress up? Wasn't America doing good economically, right? People feared America. Big up yourself, Tavia. People feared America back in the day. Now everybody sees America like this laughing stock. Nobody fears America anymore. Did you see Russia put out Melania Trump's nudes while congratulating Trump on his win? Did you guys see that? No respect. No respect. Nobody cares anymore. It's like they're laughing at us and like, oh, you don't even know what a woman is. Do you think I'm going to feel threatened by you? Yes. Russia, the Russia news media put out Melania Trump's nudes, right? They put out her nudes congratulating Trump on his win. Yeah. You guys didn't know? Yeah, I would put it up, but TikTok is sensitive. Yes, they did. They put up her nudes while congratulating Trump. Congratulations to the 47th president of the United States. Congratulations to Donald Trump on his win in the presidential election. Yeah. Yes, I know, but I'm saying they don't fear America anymore. They don't fear. It's like a joke. Nobody fears America anymore. It's just like, here America, nobody cares. You guys don't know what women are, what men are. It's just like, oh my God. It's just sad. Russia, the Russian news media put out Melania Trump's nudes while congratulating Trump on his win. Yes, exactly, Lizzie. Exactly. And who can blame him? He grew up in luxury. He grew up in luxury. Come on now. Who can blame him? Guys, remember that officially Monday is the day that we go live on YouTube. Guys, if you want to join the Discord, please follow Safi, Josh, all the mods. I'm going to send the link to the Discord to the mods. You guys, the mods will send the link to the Discord to you guys so you guys can join the Discord. Even if you're opposition, you're free to join the Discord. Just to have conversation. You know how it is. We're not going to keep it a secret. Anybody can join the Discord server. And we will be going live on YouTube, and you can join through Discord. It seems so, Serena. It seems so. It seems that she should dress like Christy to look presentable, with her neck hanging down like a garling's. Yeah, follow any mod you want. They will send you the link to the Discord. I mean, Christy does look like a croco lizard. You know those ones that make noises at night if you live in the woods like myself, where their throats swell up and they go grrr? Those croaking lizard, that's what she looks like. Listen, people have their bigotry. People are prejudiced. Listen, I'm prejudiced. Let's be honest. I'm prejudiced. I'm prejudiced. We all are prejudiced. Let's be real. We all have our apprehensions about certain people, certain demographic. Let's be honest. I don't know why people make it seem as if we're not all prejudiced. Come on. We're all prejudiced. We're all prejudiced. I don't know why people make it seem as if, oh, you shouldn't think this way. We shouldn't, but it is what it is. It is what it is. There are certain people that I will never like, and that's just the truth. Doesn't mean that I hate them, just that I will never like them, and it is what it is. Let's move on. Should we class all people the same? No. We shouldn't, but it's good to have your apprehensions. It can save your life. There are certain people that I will never trust with my money. Never trust with my money. And that's why that's why I don't put money in the bank. I don't put money in no bank. I don't keep money in no bank. At the end of the day, the financial system is gonna crash. They're gonna blame all the bad weather that we've been having on global warming. They're gonna ban the printing of money, and all your money will be digital. As they should. What? Hold on. So that means even gay couples trust all Americans? That sounds tricky. Sometimes what they say may come as a good, but if you look into it deeply, it's a bad. All I'm saying to people, you got a little bit of time to secure yourself. That's all I'm saying, because it's gonna get wicked. Oh, it's for women. That's good. That's good. That's good. I don't support IVF, but it's good because there are a lot of women that can't afford it, that are struggling and, really want to be moms. Big up yourself, Rhonda. Good to see you, sister. If there's anybody out there that disagrees, you're free to come up and have a conversation. Don't be shy. We're here for civil discourse, educational, and entertainment purposes only. She does she even have any eggs? At her big age? Oh my Lord. Oh my goodness. At her big age, she better not. With her barren walls. Rotten eggs, exactly, ex-Canadian. But big up yourself, Cam. Big up yourself. Yesterday was so fun. I don't know. Maybe you can Google it times up and tell us. I've been wondering what it is too. Google it times up and tell us what it is. I saw it in there. I didn't even know what it is. Google it and type it in the comment section. If you disagree with the background, you're free to come up. Oh my God. I love when you guys indulge me. Oh my Lord. Sometimes I'm so horrible. Ugh. It's not my intention. It just comes out like, I don't know why. If you disagree with the background, you're free to come on and have civil discourse. Ensure that you're 18 or older before you request. We're here for educational and entertainment purposes. There's no bigotry, harassment, or bullying. No transphobia, no homophobia that will be perpetuated or tolerated on this live. Come on up, come on up, come on up. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I wonder how I would look on YouTube. Oh my Lord, I'm dreading it. I wonder how I would look on YouTube. Oh Lord. Janko Jesus. Yeah, as I was saying, me too, Morgan, me too. Men cannot be women. Women cannot be men. If you believe that, there's something wrong with you. Oh, that's so good. Thank you, Joshy Poo. I'm not technologically savvy, so I don't know what I would be doing on. Just bear with me. I'll be on YouTube with the little laptop thingy. I don't know what I will be doing, but I will be doing something, okay? I will be doing something. Let's hope it all goes well. Let's hope it all goes well. I'm so excited. I'm so freaking excited. I want to get one of those chairs that they get to do the lives. Those gaming chairs. I'm going to get one of those. I love you too, Damsky. When are you going to make me a mommy? Damsky, I've been waiting. I've been waiting. Are you not ready? And I've been waiting for you to light my fire. I've been waiting for you to set my flame ablaze. I've been waiting for you. Oh my God. Thank you, Sponge. Thank you, Sponge. So coincidental, Damsky. So am I. So am I. Huh? They are. I will concede to that, Morgan. I will concede to that. When we link up, you guys are going to be like, Shantae, you're so little. You guys are going to see me in real life and be like, Shantae, come on. I'm going to wear heels because I'm not going to be no short little thingy looking up at everybody. So I'm going to wear either platform boots or platform sneakers or heels when I meet up with you guys. That's what I'm going to do. I am going to wear heels. I'm not going to be looking no shorty shorts. No, I'm going to be wearing heels. I know, Safi, I know. Yeah, I'm going to be wearing heels when we link up. You guys are going to be like, Shantae. Oh my God, Shantae, you're a baby. You're going to see. You're going to see. I can't wait to meet you guys. I cannot wait. CSB, darling, I'll be coming to Germany to see you too, sweetie. I will definitely be coming to Germany to see you. I'm taller than you, Jen. Jen, you short. Oh my goodness. Oh, I know you tall, antics. I'm gonna wear heels. I'm not gonna be short. No. I'll probably wear red. I'll probably be in all red. Oh, come on, baby, light my fire. Terry Joe. Oh, I've seen that man. Big fat man. Oh my Lord. You know that it will be untrue. You know that it will be a lie. If I ever said to you, baby, we just gonna get much higher. Oh, come on, baby, light my fire. Damski, you hear that? Come on, baby, light my fire. Go, baby. Know that it will be untrue. You know that it will be a lie. I'm just playing. If you disagree with the background, you're free to come up and have a conversation. If you believe that trans women are women, you're free to come up. If you believe If you believe that children are born trans, come up. If you believe that cis is not a slur, come up. If you believe that abortion is healthcare, come up. I personally believe that abortion is the unaliving of your children. And if you do it, you are a horrible person. If you advocate for it, you're a horrible person. I believe that men are adult males and there's nothing you can do to change that. I believe that women are adult human females and a bearded lady is just that, a bearded lady. There were times when people would pay to see bearded ladies. They would literally go to the circus and pay like a nickel or a dime or a quarter. I don't know what it was at that time. And they would pay to see ladies with beards. No, those ladies never liked it. It was unsightly to them. But now we have women, right, who are just going along with it, getting themselves a beard, just like that. I can't understand it. You have women with PCOS, hormonal imbalances that grow beards, that find it to be absolutely devastating. They wish that they could change it, but you have women out here who are mentally unwell opting to grow beards. Make it make sense. Do you think that growing a beard would not make you a woman anymore? It's quite the contrary, darling. All you are at this point is a bearded lady, as I said, right? Is the circus still a thing? I know you used to see them in movies. Is the circus still a thing? Do people still have circuses? They put bearded ladies out of business. It's no longer a spectacle. It's like an everyday occurrence. It's still a thing? Okay. But there are no more bearded ladies there because that's not like a main attraction anymore. I don't think that's a main attraction anymore though. Because everywhere you turn now, there's bearded ladies telling you, I am they, them. I am a man. Yeah, they're all on TikTok. You don't have to pay a nickel to see them anymore. You see them for free on Tickety Talk. It's so weird. Making yourself a public. I think that these people are attention seekers. They never got any attention in their lives. And they're desperate for people to see them. Desperate for people to see them. Safi, Sister Safi here. Sister Safi, I got back the Sean Dante account. I don't know if you can go to the Tickety Talk place and ask them to give me back live access. Because if we could get live access back on that, it would be awesome. I don't know. I'm going to give you the email and the thingy. As soon as they're forwarded to me, I'm going to send them to you and see if you can get it fixed up. Yeah, if you disagree with the background, you're free to come up. Why is it that men who are weak and can't fit in with the men anymore want to pretend to be the opposite sex? You failed at the pecking order of men. You failed in it, right? You failed in it. And then all of a sudden you think, oh, I'm just, you know what? I can't compete against my peers. I'm just going to identify as the opposite sex because women are weaker than me. Women are weaker than me and I can dominate women. Yeah, because I'm a man. Everybody will get the Discord link. Don't worry yourselves. Don't worry yourself. Everybody will get the Discord link. It's not a secret, all right? But it's only going to be from the mods because I don't want anybody sending you anything, right? That's a virus. So that's why I said follow the mods and the mods only so you can get the Discord link, okay? And in the Discord link, we will not gossip about people. We will just talk about the alphabet community. You can share articles and news sources about information that you've uncovered, and we can have conversations about it. Yeah, Damski, I'm going to let you be in charge. I'm going to let you be a mod in the Discord. A matter of fact, Damski, you know what? I'm going to send you the link first so you can set it up and make you a mod. Message me reminding me, because I was supposed to do it yesterday and I didn't. So send me a link so I can get it up today. Yeah, because it's already created. The Discord is there. It's just for me to send it to you guys. So we're going to have the Discord where everybody can join. Everybody, whether you agree or not, right? If there are people that disagree, we will not bully them in there. We will just have conversation, right? We will just have conversation about these topics, but we won't bully them. Because at the end of the day, I think that everybody should have their opinion. Unless they get belligerent, then you guys can get belligerent as well. But for the most part, you know, just let them be. That's how we're going to run it. Whether we agree with them or not, they should have their opinions. And then we combat it with facts. Yeah, so if you guys disagree with the background, you're free to come up here and have a conversation. If you believe that trans women are women, come on up and have a conversation. If you believe that gender is a social construct, come on up and have a conversation. If you believe that anybody can be anything that they identify as, and we should respect that, come on up and let's talk about it. Don't be shy, don't be afraid. We're here for it. All right, we're about inclusivity, love, and acceptance. So if you're a tranny, you can come up and have a conversation. You know, no prejudice, no bigotry, no hate speech, no hateful rhetoric. All right, just love and acceptance. Oh my goodness. And guys, don't worry about the YouTube. Some new videos will be uploaded on the YouTube. Yes, so that will be that. I need somebody. Flexi, can when we get guests, you record each guest as they come up, Flexi? Can you do that for me, please? And then you can send it to me on Telegram. Because I need somebody to record each individual guest and then send it to me on Telegram. Like when we get a guest to come up. Thank you, Flexi. So that's how we're going to do it. If you disagree with the background, feel free to come up and have a conversation. If you disagree with the background, feel free to come up and have a conversation. All right? I believe that men are adult human males. I believe that women are adult human females. If you believe otherwise, this is a debate forum. You can request and we can talk about it. All right? There's no bigotry here. There's no hate speech, hateful rhetoric, or ideology. It's simply for educational and entertainment purposes only. All right, so if you are serious about a conversation, come on up. If you're serious about your beliefs on these topics, come on up. If you're 18 and older, that is. Come on up. As I said before, there's no judging here. There's no hate. There's no bigotry. There's no hateful rhetoric or harassment or bullying. This live is about civil discourse and civil discourse only. Do you guys remember I spoke about a case that happened in New York? Bumbleclot. Do you guys remember a case that I spoke about that happened in New York? Where a guy who identified as trans was soliciting a 14-year-old boy. He was a trans kids advocate and an HIV advocate. He advocated for, trans kids, and he advocated for, HIV awareness and stuff like that. And he was luring a little boy to come to his apartment so that he can have liaisons with him, grape him, and infect him with the big A. Right? That's what he wanted to do. Look at the Kendall Steven case where he graped 3 little boys. Kendall Steven was a trans youth advocate. Kendall Stephen was literally a trans youth advocate. And he raped 3 little boys and said that the 9-year-old boy wanted it because the 9-year-old boy kissed him. Big up CH, where have you been, papi? Is all well with you? Is everything okay? I hope everything is okay. Oh, CH, it's okay, darling. I'm just happy to see you here. Happy to see you here, CH. Happy to see you here, darling. Always a pleasure. Tashaniqua. It's Rakisha. This is Rakisha. Blood clot. I drive said that made me jump. Oh Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Have mercy on my soul. Listen, I'm trying to get to heaven, all right? I'm trying to get to heaven. I'm trying to get to heaven. I'm trying to get to heaven and be a good Christian woman, Lord. Y'all make me sin every day on this app. Y'all make me sin. She needs to reunite with Kermit. I cannot. Morgan said she needs to reunite with Kermit. Oh my God, not the Miss Figure reference. Oh my God, her arms are huge. Her arms are huge. This is what you call fat. That's what I'm saying. They're like, Shantae, you're fat. I'm like, where? This is fat. This is literally fat. Her arms are huge, as big as my thighs. Isla, we gotta pray. We gotta pray and stick with God, man. We can't allow these people to bring us out, to take us out of character. I'm trying to get to heaven. I really am. I'm a good Christian woman. I'm trying to get to heaven, man. I don't be doing nothing. The only time I be sinning is on Tickety Talk. Like literally. I don't be going outside. I'm not even having smicks. And I'm still legally married. I'm not even having smicks. Make it make sense. Foul language is on Tickety Talk. What did you handle that, Isla? I am sure you handled that. I hope you handled that, Isla. I hope you did. Dina, thank you, baby. Blood clot, Kim said frying everything you eat is a wonderful way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh Lord. All my life I had to fight for my spot in heaven. All my life. All my life I've been fighting for my spot in heaven. Y'all ain't gonna take it from me. All right. Do you guys believe that trans women are women? If you believe trans women are women, come on up. If you believe that gender is a social construct, come on up. If you believe that there are more than 2 genders, come on up. If you believe that there are trans kids, come on up. If you believe that Kamala should have won, come on up. Let's talk about it. We're here to hear about your feelings and your cares. Don't be shy. We're here for it. We're here for it. For some of the people in here that are unfollow back now, remember a couple months ago, you guys were siding with Raw, Real, and Christy and Cuttlefish. Why are you guys here? I'm gonna be honest. I don't want you people here. All right, so please leave. Please leave. Cause you guys didn't even give me an apology. Know that you saw that these people were crooked and liars. You want to come back here? Please leave. Don't come here in my lives. Every time I put up her thingy, her followers get very, very angry with me. She should put that little red dot in the center of her forehead back. Because that's what she used to walk around talking. That's how she used to walk around. No, she can stop pretending to be a black woman. We got one, y'all. Here it is. Speak up, speak up.
Hello.
How can I help you?
I believe there's more than 2 genders.
And what are they?
I think there's 3. Male, female, and in between.
Male, female, and in between. What is the in between? How old are you, by the way?
21.
21. What is the in between?
Well, they would go by the pronouns they, them.
You just said male, female, which is speaking on a biological aspect. How could they then be biological?
Well, I think it's more social.
But it can't be social if you just named male and female as genders. That's purely based on biology.
Oh, well, then man, woman, and non-binary, so.
But a man is an adult human male and a woman is an adult human female. How can that be a social construct when it's based on your biology?
Well, I feel like there's a lot of people with their physical appearance who couldn't tell if they were male or female, so you would refer to them as
Can
a
you
they.
name one? Can you name one?
What do you mean?
Can you name one person that we couldn't tell if it's a male or a female?
Well, I don't know any like celebrities, but I know a few like in real life that I've come across and
Yeah,
seen.
I can't take your anecdotal evidence because every man in a dress that I've ever seen in real life look like men in dresses, to be honest with you.
Oh no, not that. I mean like people that
There's
look
no
more
ambiguity.
not
No.
like a trans person, but like a person that is
You're
like
talking
in
about
between.
androgynous.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can still tell if they're men or women. Michael, baby, love
No,
you, darling.
I feel like a lot of them I couldn't tell, so I would call them a they or them just for
Maybe
like
you need glasses and then you
no, I
will
don't
be
think
able to
it's
tell.
that. I think it's like pure not knowing. Maybe in like I don't know where you're from, but it might be more like visible. But like I feel like a lot of white people or like Asian people, it's kind of like you couldn't tell.
Sweetheart, maybe with the Asians we couldn't tell, because let's be real, they're very petite, and most men, especially like Chinese, Vietnamese, and stuff, look very, very feminine for some reason, and they
Okay,
don't
so are
really
you
grow
agreeing with
facial
me?
hair. No, I'm not agreeing with it, but we can still tell that they're men. The Adam's apple. There are distinctive features and characteristics that we could tell that this is a man.
Not really. Like not everyone has a visible Adam's apple.
Darling, we're not even talking about that. It's just the facial structure, everything. It's just you can tell that this is a
No,
man.
he's
Testosterone is pretty
gay.
strong.
Yeah, I am gay.
We know.
I'm not trying to hide it, so you don't have to say it out loud like that. Time's up.
No, no, no. We know, we know. Why does your community want to teach children about your bedroom activities?
Oh, I don't believe in that. I don't. I'm against like teaching LGBT and whatever to kids because I'm not I don't really identify with the LGBT.
Okay, that's good. So why do you host lives countering their ideology just to bring awareness so that people can see that they're not everybody who's gay agrees with this? Do you do that?
I don't host live, but I join a lot of lives and I spread information. Like
So
I
what do you
combat trans ideologies mostly.
Okay, that's good. So you're not an op. That's
I
good.
am an op
So what
because I still believe in like non-binary.
there's no such thing, sweetheart. Just because somebody wants to be androgynous doesn't make them a B thy zays and fee fi fo fum. You're just a woman in masculine apparel or a man in feminine apparel. That's it. That's all. End of story. I don't know why that's hard to understand. I understand that you may want to support your friends or your relatives in their delulu, but at the end of the day, at some point, you got to acknowledge reality. Just look
Um,
at this. Look at Jazz. Jazz has been crossing over since he was a wee little boy, and look, it's still a man. It's like he looks like a Hispanic man. Literally,
well,
he looks like Jorge
from that
making your
photo,
tacos.
I would probably say it's a girl. Why,
Oh
like,
yeah,
look
because
at
you need glasses.
well, like
That jawline is
the
nothing
context
girly
wasn't
about that
trans
jawline.
people, then I would probably think it's a girl.
Nothing girly about that jawline. Look at Haley. Haley right there
Oh,
beside Jazz.
Haley, I can tell is a man.
Right? Mandora. That
Oh,
one, Tejo
Mandora's a
Trish.
pedophile, I know that.
Yeah, and look at Tejo Trish. I can tell that Jazz is a dude. And he's been transitioning since 1874.
Well, that
So
thing's
it's like,
disgusting.
huh?
That thing's disgusting. Behind Melon
Which
and
one? Yeah, Mel and Mandora, they are horrible. I agree with you on that. Mel is built like a lollipop, and Mandora is a P3DO. And Tejo Trish, he raped his daughter, and he believes that children
Really?
can consent. Yes, he raped his daughter. I have a screenshot of a message that he sent to his wife, and spoke about how he poured hot sauce down her throat, down her sister's throat when she was 3, and
Well, I
wasabi.
hope they go to prison.
Because I think like maybe statutes of limitations, or maybe they don't want to go to court about it. Some victims of abuse don't want to relive the trauma, which is kind of sad. But
Well, are you
yeah,
reporting to them? Reporting them to the police?
of course, without question.
Can I see the police
Without
report?
question. You want to see my police report?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I want to
wait,
make sure that you're doing the most.
it will be sent to you via email. Is it your account your email account is mybootyleaks@gmail.com? It will be sent to you shortly.
That's not my email.
That is your email.
Well, why are you being mean to me? We were kind of on the same
I'm not
trajectory.
being mean to you. I'm telling you that he has been reported to the police. Why would I lie about something like that?
Okay, I believe you.
And he's not the only one. All of them. Any one of them that I know on here that has been accused of touching children, they're going to be reported. Yeah, it is what it
Is
is.
Adora reported?
Of course, but unfortunately, only one that maybe work out to something is the screenshot where he was asking for child porn. So maybe that can do something, hopefully, Father willing.
Okay, I hope so.
Let's hope. Yeah. But I reported him to TikTok Legal. My brother tried to get him off TikTok. He's an attorney. TikTok said no violations. So now that he's exposed, fully exposed, maybe we will see
Okay.
the end of him finally.
Well,
Thank
keep
you, Josh.
exposing him.
Go ahead.
I said keep exposing him.
I will expose all of them, every single one of them that comes on here. You continue to bring highlight to your community that it's pedophilic.
Oh, I don't think that.
You don't think it's pedophilic?
No, I don't think gay people are pedophilic in general.
Sir, nobody's talking about you as an individual. You can't say you don't think gay people are pedophilic when majority of them are men who prey on little boys. Come on.
I've already heard that today, and I don't think that's true.
It
I
is
think
true.
this
Where
is
did
the
you
way
hear?
of
Where did you hear
demonizing.
that?
What?
Where did you hear that today?
From Martha.
Oh my God! I'm
You
gonna
know
have to
Martha?
block everybody. I'm gonna have to block everybody. I can't take it. I can't take it. Oh my Lord!
What happened?
I saw when she followed me. I saw that she followed me. I'm gonna block it because I blocked it on the other accounts. I'm gonna block this on it on this one too. I can't take it. But at the end of the day, it is true. The statistics are there. It is true.
Okay, I'm a gay man. What do you think of me? Like,
That's a statistical fallacy, Shantae. You can come on and argue with Jaker.
period,
Martha.
Jaeger, period.
Why do you say that? Does facts offend you, Jaker? Why were you banned? Do you even go live? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, he goes live.
Yeah, so because you're gay, you're gonna dismiss the fact that majority of P3DOs are men who prey on little boys? Come on.
That's
I thought you were
insane.
better than that, Jager. You of all people, come on, bro. Come on. Is it a statistical fallacy if I say that there are a lot of gang violence within the black community? Am I supposed to not want to say that because I'm black?
Martha is evil, and I already gagged her.
I don't care about these people. I just don't like when they regurgitate things that they've heard me say without giving me credit. But they don't like me.
No, I asked Martha if she knew you, and she said no.
Am I supposed to be offended about that? She's on follow back right now.
Well, you just said you don't like not being credited.
Yeah, if she said she doesn't know me, that doesn't have anything to do with me. We all know that's a lie.
Well, she doesn't get
Yeah.
her biased resources from anywhere. She gets them from you.
I don't care where she wants to get it. I just don't like when they regurgitate things that they've heard me say and then not give credit. I don't care about them as individuals. What they do is not my business. But don't say stuff that I say and then not give me credit.
Hey, Caitlin, what are your pronouns? Caitlin? So I can refer to you.
I know who it is. I know who he is. He's that guy that came on the last time. He's Jager's boyfriend.
Who's Jagger? And we know each other.
It's not because you're from the same country. It's because he's the one, force feeding you, Diak.
What's wrong with that? It's two consenting adults.
Yeah, so what's wrong with me pointing out the fact that the majority of P3DOs are men who prey on little boys? Why are you offended at that?
Because you paint gay people in a bad way.
Maybe not. Maybe
Fake
your
resources.
community shouldn't touch on little boys, and then nobody would be able to talk about it.
All right,
How can
well,
I paint you in a bad way? Am I the
Shanta,
one leading your hand to touch the little boys
Shanta,
and do stuff to them?
Shanta, can you go ask an FBI agent to scroll on the dark web and see what they find? Because I'm sure they will find more men violating little girls.
Actually, that's not true. I was unfortunate to go on there, and it was just I can't do it anymore. It was quite the opposite, actually. So that's how I know a lot of
So
stuff.
you're saying to the whole world that you've been on. Okay.
I've said this numerous times. I went on the dark web to find out about UFOs because when I was like 14, 15, I got really deep into conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And went on there just to browse. You don't know what you're going to get into. They're just this, that, this, and the third. You click on it. And I was devastated. I was devastated. And it was men raping a little boy and telling him to eat the poop because he pooed on himself. Yeah, he's probably reporting. I'm going to have to drop him.
I'm not reporting
Well, they're saying it's glitching, so it's maybe because of you.
you.
There's
No.
no hateful behavior,
I
hateful
wouldn't report
rhetoric,
you because I'm
or
trying to have a
ideology.
conversation.
There's no hateful behavior or ideology on this live. There's no bullying or harassment that is being perpetuated on this live. It's solely for educational and entertainment purposes only. Why do you come here and you don't like me? It's so weird.
Because you wanted an op.
But that doesn't make any sense.
I gave you
I
what you
don't
begged
like
for, an
people.
op.
Sweetheart, I don't beg for apps. I
Yes,
ask
you
apps to
do.
come up. Sweetie, shh. I don't beg for apps. I ask apps to come up. But at the end of the day, it's just really like weird when you guys don't like me, but you watch me every day.
I
You make
actually,
accounts just to come here and watch me. It's so weird. Why do you do it?
because I can. And I don't hate you.
It's
I
so
think a
cringe.
lot of your
Do I
things are
offend you that
correct.
much? I really think that I offend you guys so much that it hurts you to the core, so that you can't move on from it. It's like nobody has ever told you the things that I've told you, and you know it's true, so it hurts you. So you just want to be able to prove me wrong.
I'm not
It's so
British, by the
weird
way. Funny bones. Maybe open a book
because
and learn
you
accents.
don't like me, but you're here. I blocked your other account and you made another one just to come on here.
I didn't
It's
make
so
it for
weird.
you. I already had another account. It's that
Yeah,
simple.
but why would you follow me back on this if I blocked you already and you don't
Because
like
you
me? At
came
least
up, because you had 2,000 people in your life and you came up on my For You page.
I don't come on the For You page.
Yes, you
Even
do.
no, I don't.
You did.
They're all weird. They have an uncanny obsession with me. You guys notice that? They all have an obsession with me for some reason. I don't know why they do it. They don't like me, but they follow me on troll accounts and their out accounts. Cause even though Envy's on follow back, even though I blocked her accounts, it's so weird. I don't
I know you
know.
love me.
Sir, I don't even know you to love you. Do you love yourself?
I've learnt to love myself, yes.
If you love yourself, why do you get offended at me not supporting your lifestyle?
I'm not offended. I already said I agree with most of the stuff you say.
You agree with the things that I say, but you don't like me. That's the thing.
I just said I think that there's a gender in between. Like, if someone doesn't want to look like a certain gender, like,
Yeah, but you are what you are. It doesn't matter what you want to look like. Be honest. I think the best thing that you can do with anybody that you care about is be honest to them. You know what I mean? That's true love.
I actually
Because
am.
you actually what?
I'm honest with a lot of people that I'm close
So why
to.
aren't you honest with yourself?
I am.
Then why are you honest about the fact that most P3DOs are men who prey on little boys?
Because that would be a
Right?
lie.
It's not a lie.
It's a fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. It's
Yes,
true.
it is. You got it from a website that's like made to create hate for gay people, and they make fake
I didn't get
news
nothing from no
sources.
website. I look at statistics. If you actually went and did some research, you'll see that most of them are men who prey on little boys. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
they
so hard with
skew
you.
the
Are you afraid?
statistics.
Are you? I'm not. Listen, for the statistics, look up individual cases, and you'll see. What's so hard with? Are you afraid that if you look it up, you will realize that it's a perversion, and you don't want to acknowledge that maybe you being gay is because of some trauma that happened to you? Is
I've
that why you don't
never,
want to look it up?
you know, I knew I was attracted to boys when I was like 8 years old, and I'd never heard of gay in my life. Like, that's just
You
naturally
know
just
what's
happened.
funny? You know what's funny? You saying that you knew that you were gay at 8 proves my point. You guys are
Yeah, boys,
predators.
because I was 8 years old too, Rhonda. Fucking hell.
Yeah, but why would you at 8 understand sexual attraction?
Well, obviously it wasn't sexual then, but it was like, natural like a feeling of attraction.
You can't have sexual attraction if you know that you were gay. It had to be sexual and romantic attractions. At 8, you
Well,
didn't. You couldn't summarize
It
that.
was listen here. It was emotional attraction then, and then when I went through puberty, it was
Having
sexual.
emotional attraction doesn't mean that you're gay.
Yeah,
Just
but when
because
I
you
went through
find
puberty,
yourself
it was
relying
sexual.
on a boy
That's the
doesn't mean
result.
that you're gay. What happened to you? Were you essayed as a child?
No, I had to come
You're
from
in
a loving
Australia.
family.
You're in Australia, right?
Yeah,
I doubt that you weren't. That's like one of the main capitals of predators. The majority of men in Australia that are arrested for child essay, who are their victims?
little girls.
Stop lying. You see what I
Actually,
mean?
it's little girls in
Stop
Asia
lying.
because they go to Asia to prey on them and everything.
Stop lying. Stop lying. I'm
I'm not
speaking in
lying.
your country. Stop lying. You see how he's he's lying. This is why I say that he's a predator himself. Because why would you make excuses and lie about something like that?
Actually,
The
my
majority of
school,
predators in
my school was a
Australia are
Christian
men who
school,
prey on
and the
little boys.
priest was a
Remember,
pedophile, and he preyed on little girls.
all the priests that were arrested in Australia, right? All those boarding school, there were men that were preying on little boys. Don't think we forgot. We have not
No,
forgotten.
that's true. I know that. But my
We've not
priest,
forgotten.
my
There were
personal
men.
priest was
There were
attracted to
men.
girls.
There were men that were preying on little boys. Stop
Yeah,
lying.
they
The fact
were.
that you're
They
lying about
were.
it shows that you know the truth, but you want to benefit from it because you may like little boys yourself.
That's a big allegation.
Oh, it's not. It can't be a big allegation when you're lying.
I
When
mean,
people
you're the
can
one
literally
that's
go look
seen.
it
You're
up.
the one that's seen CP. Like you're not.
Sir, I've
I don't.
seen CP. How could
Yeah,
I
you have.
know it was CP when I was on it? And a matter of fact, I didn't even see the action. And thank you, Jesus, I didn't see it.
You
The
did.
only
You
thing
heard
that
the
I
man
saw
say. You
was
literally
when.
heard the man say, "Do you want to eat your
I've
shit?"
said this
Like,
story numerous times. If you want it on recording, I can send it to you. It's in my Discord, right? It's not something new that I've said. I've said this for the past 5 years that I've been on this app. When I clicked on the video, I could hear. First thing I saw was a man walking into the woods with a little shack. He walked up to the shack and he went in there. There was a little boy standing up in like a Speedo or a little neon green shorts, and he was covering himself. He looked like maybe 9, 10, right? And he was crying, and the guy told him to spin around, and he spun around. But you're a kid, you don't understand. But when it got to that part, they didn't show it. And thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. What I saw was the guy. You could see like guys lined up, and you could
you
see
saw
the boy on the
everything.
table.
And
Sir,
I
you know
doubt a
what? If I
14-year-old.
can get your hard drive checked right now, and if
I don't even
it's not a
own the
problem.
hard
Shh.
drive.
Let me tell you something. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Right now, as you're here, I can have everything about you by tomorrow. Don't play with me. Don't try to play with me. Okay?
Girl,
And
what
don't
the
lie
fuck?
on me. Don't lie on me. Don't lie on
You're
me.
telling me right
Okay?
now that that's what happened.
As I was saying, and I could hear the little boy crying, and it devastated me. It devastated me. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I could see the poop, and they asked him to smear it on himself, and they asked him to eat it. That's what I saw in the video, right? And I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I was devastated for days, And I cried and I cried and I cried. And that's what you want to do to little boys.
That's a big
Because you're
allegation.
insinuating, you're insinuating that at 8, little boys desire sex from other little boys. That's what you're
It
saying,
wasn't.
because
I
you said
literally
at
told you it
8 you
wasn't
were attracted to
sexual.
little boys.
It was
That's what you
emotional.
said. Then how could it be homosexuality if it wasn't sexual?
I told you, but when I went through puberty, I've had sexual attraction.
Exactly. So at 8, you didn't have no attraction to little boys. When you reached puberty, you had attraction to little boys. That's what happened. So don't talk about 8-year-olds having attractions to the same sex or the opposite sex, because they don't, unless they were touched inappropriately to be exposed to that type of arousal. And anyone with that insinuation is a P3DO.
No, I've never been touched
And
by
that's how I
anyone.
know that you don't like me. That's why you don't like me, because you know. Because you know.
Rhonda,
And
I
that's
literally
why
said
you.
that.
Pardon?
I'm talking to Rhonda.
Oh my God. Do you just go around making your whole personality about the fact that you like Diak? Why do you have to talk like that? Why can't you just be a man?
I am a man.
Then act like it. I'm talking to Rhonda. Why you have to go? Why you have to carry on like
Because I
that?
have a retainer in my mouth and it is making me like.
It's not me. I know what you have had in your mouth, and probably that's why you talk like that. It ain't no retainer. It doesn't matter what your preference is. Be a man. Come on, man. Do better. Do better.
You're very classy.
Sir, I'm not the one who visits glory holes. You're more classy than me.
Trust me, I'm not like that.
Oh, trust me, you are.
Oh, God.
Talking about I'm very
What trauma
classy.
have you been through to hate gay people so much? Like, what trauma?
I don't hate you. I don't hate you. I pity you, to be honest with you. I feel sad for you.
Well, I respect that you don't hate me. Thank you. But trust me, I've never been through trauma. No one's touched me when I was underage. I've never touched anyone since I've been
And I'm
overage.
going to be honest with you. I don't believe you. I'm just being honest.
Okay, well,
No offense. I just don't believe. Well, I said it to be offensive. I don't believe you. Hello, Rover. Good day. How old are you for TikTok purposes?
Hello, I'm 21.
I hope all is well with you. What is your take on the background?
I was just kind of in here. Trans being a choice, I would say that's not my business. If the person is trans, they're trans. Trans women are men. Again, trans women, if they're a woman, they're a woman. It's not my business. Abortion is evil. I would
Well,
say, for
but isn't
abortion. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
but isn't it our business when men are invading our spaces? I mean, women are being assaulted and accosted in women's own spaces. Isn't that of a
And
concern to you?
to that degree, I would hold the person accountable, not what they are accountable. I would hold them accountable for being
Exactly.
a bad person, not for them being trans.
Exactly. And because, we can't decipher who's a bad person just by looking at them, women should have the security of safety within their own spaces. It's not like we're hating on them. We're just saying that women should be prioritized. Right?
I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like if a trans woman wants to
No,
go to
can you just
the
answer that?
bathroom,
Can you
then
just answer that question? Just please.
can you repeat the question?
Like, we're not going to judge them as a collective, but as I just said, because we don't know which one is good and which one is bad, and women are so vulnerable, especially when we're with our pants down, right, in these compromising positions. I think that we should be given priority over our safe spaces, like our locker rooms or restrooms or spas. So men should not be allotted in there, not because we're prejudiced or bigoted, but because we should prioritize our safety in our only female spaces.
I would say yes, women do need to prioritize their safety just in general because within society that we live in, women do need to be cautious and be safe. However, I will say making a generalized statement like that in the sense of we don't know who's good or bad can be harmful because if somebody were to use that kind of generalized statement in any other term, it would be harmful. Like, prime
But isn't
example.
it crazy? Do you know if you're walking down the street and you pass one guy, like you did a late shift, right? And you got off like 9, 10 o'clock, and the streets are desolated, and you're walking and you pass one guy. Do you think to yourself, this guy could have cost me?
I'm just going to acknowledge that he's walking and I'm going to continue walking. I don't sit here and
I didn't
constantly
ask you
say
that.
negative
I didn't
words.
ask you that. Do you think to yourself, this guy could have cost me?
If he's not displaying any signs of aggression, no. Why would I automatically assume that he's going to harm me if he's not displaying any harmful?
and
behavior.
you wouldn't be afraid.
Why would I be?
I believe that you're being disingenuous
How so?
because you, as a black woman, knowing what we face in society, you're telling me that if you're walking down a dark alleyway and you see a guy standing there, you're not going to have apprehensions?
I feel like I personally wouldn't because I own a pew pew, so I'm personally not going to.
But
I
even with the
really
pew
charge
pew,
at me
man,
if it's that simple.
even with the, hold on, Maba, how old are you?
Hello, 24.
How can I
But
help
at the same
you?
time,
I'm trans.
Oh my God.
but
All
I was
right,
gonna say
so
that also everybody's perception of fear could also be different. How people handle fear situations is also very different. While you could be afraid of something, I would probably, just based on who I am and my experiences, would handle it differently.
but exactly. So everybody's fear, right, is different, and their handling of these fears is different. So, if a woman that was violated before by a man, maybe in her adolescence or adulthood, and she's in the restroom and she sees somebody that is visibly a male going in, do you think that her perception and her reaction will be different from yours?
Yes.
And do you think that she should have the right to a female only space that was designated for female, just for her and other females, without her rights being impeded upon by a male?
Yes.
Exactly. So women should have women's only spaces without men and their mental illnesses intruding upon that. And that's not bigotry, that's not hate, right? That's not phobia. That's just a woman trying not to be accosted again because of her trauma that she has. And she should be free, right, to have that comfort, to have that safe space.
And I will never argue that a woman shouldn't have the safe space because, like I said previously, women do deserve to feel safe in where they go. However, that's where I also was just saying that a generalized statement where saying that all of them could be bad within that sense could be harmful. I'm not saying that they're not free to feel how they want to feel and they should feel safe in wherever they go. I'm just saying from not even just within speaking on trans people, just generalized statements in general can be harmful.
No,
That's all I'm saying.
but a woman is gonna make a generalized statement after she's been accosted. Do you know that there are certain hospitals that if a great victim comes in, they won't allow a male doctor to see her
I
just
understand that.
because. Exactly. So all women should have that privacy because we as
But
women
listen,
are
this
number
is what I
one.
was saying. I understand that generalized statements are a part of everyday life. We make them on a regular basis. And yes, that is just a normal thing that we do, and it is normalized. Yes, I do understand that. However, they can be harmful, is all I was saying.
Yes, and so can men. Men going into women's restroom dressed up as women can also be harmful. As we've seen in Loudoun County, we've had one male man who identifies as a woman, allegedly accosted four young girls, the youngest being 13, right? The first one
And that
was
is awful.
15.
That person should be held accountable.
Exactly, but guess what? How will we know and prevent this from happening if we don't stop all males from being allotted in women's restroom? Because one girl being accosted is one too many. Because if the correct procedures was followed, right? The 15-year-old girl that was great and told her dad was beaten at the school board meeting, and the school denied it that it happened, and they quietly transferred the male student to another school where he raped another 14-year-old girl on the bathroom floor. He sodomized her. All the girls were sodomized anally. And then, he went about his business because he wasn't, arrested for his crimes, didn't face trial. Then, until later on, then he went and did it to another 13-year-old. right? So all these things happen because we allowed it to, because we wanted to give everybody equal rights. There's no equal rights anywhere in this world. Us as black people, we know this. It's something that is theoretical, not actually factual. So why is it that women can't be allowed to just exist and be women without being impeded upon by men who failed at being men?
Well, then I guess with this stance, I mean, I guess it's a good thing that they're starting to make gender neutral bathrooms within that stance. I guess that's a good thing that the community is doing so that women can have women's spaces. So,
Exactly. So now that Trump has won, I think it's a glorious thing because Trump said he will ban, males from going into female restrooms.
I don't really get into the debate of politics.
I understand, but I'm just happy that Trump won. He says that he will only recognize two genders, male and female, and you will have to use the bathroom that, is based on your gender. So that's a good thing. I think that a lot of women and little girls will be prevented from being accosted because there was a 10-year-old girl, in her mother's house. Her mother's best friend since high school was a man who identified as trans. All his life he was gay, been in gay relationships. Little girl went to use her mother's restroom. This man who identified as trans followed her up the stairs, raped her on her mother's bathroom floor, left her bloody, beaten, and bruised, right? Mother came up, saw her coming down, rather, and said, "What's wrong?" And she said, "Mommy, it hurts." Right? It hurts. Mother went out to confront the guy. Guy said he doesn't know what she's talking about. 10-year-old girl in Scotland coming home from school. Because a lot of these men, we got to admit, a lot of these men, they're just dressing up as women so that women can put their guards down around them. Because they know that we're apprehensive against males unless they're gay or otherwise. Right? Straight men are our ultimate fear. For some reason, I don't know why. And little girl, said she saw this woman offering her a ride. She went into the car, right? Instead of him dropping her home, he brought her to his house, where he held her captive for 27 hours. And while he held her captive for 27 hours, he savagely raped her, and forced her with each thrust to say, "Yes, mother." So while he was violating her body, she had to say, "Yes, mother, right there, mama. It feels good, mother." Right? She walked for miles when he fell asleep because he was exhausted after he'd done with her. He was
really quickly,
exhausted.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I do have to drop for a brief second. Can I raise my hand back up and come back later?
Sure, no problem. Just request when you're ready.
I will return back momentarily.
No problem. Yeah, we gotta protect the children.
You joined me because I was pretending to be a
Hello, good
faggot.
day.
Yeah, hello, 26, yeah.
Awesome. How can I help you, Jager?
Well, I wanted to come up because I completely disagree with what you were talking to Dumpster about. I mean, look, there are a lot of stigmas that are harmful to the LGBTQ people. Look, I only identify with the LGB, right? But historically, GAY men have been subject to a range of negative stereotypes. And the big one is the predatory stereotype. So it's the idea that what we're likely to be, just because we're GAY, we're likely to be sexual predators and target children.
Why did that stereotype come to be?
Well, there's misunderstanding behind it. I mean, there's people that
Where
think
did
that
the
same-sex
misunderstanding
attraction.
come from?
Well, there's historical criminalization of homosexuality. There's media.
Why was it criminalized?
I don't know. You'd have to ask the fucking countries with the religion.
Wasn't there a lot of cases where men were violating little boys? And little boys were being accosted, and that's how the stereotype came to be. It's like with my community as a black person, we're labeled as violent because of a lot of gang activity.
So you wanted to,
some
you wanted to ask
stereotypes are true.
Dumpster about the statistics regarding Australia, right? So in Australia, we've got a lot of children that are being where crimes are being perpetrated against them, right? And the majority of them, about 95% of them are men. How can we say that all of them are GAY?
So if a male has sex with another male, what is that?
So 90% of sexual assault
Can you
offenders are male.
answer the question? Can you answer the question? If a male has sexual relations with another male, what is that?
Yeah, obviously that's JOY.
Okay, and this goes without saying, regardless of age, because no heterosexual man will find the male anatomy sexually gratifying. So we gotta be honest with ourselves here, right? I'm a black woman, and I can honestly say, even though it hurts me that there's a lot of crime within my community, but acknowledging it is the first step to healing it. What causes this? It's the fatherless homes, right? So we need to advocate for black men to stay there for their children, and for black women to make better choices with men. There's nothing wrong with that. It comes with a little bit of shame, but that's the step in healing. I'm Jamaican. Is there a lot of crime in Jamaica? Yes, there is. Does it hurt me?
Shanta,
Yes.
I've just got a stat here. 80 to 90% of offenders in SA cases are male, but the majority of these offenders are heterosexual men.
Do you know why they're labeled as heterosexual? Look at their crimes. Who were their primary victims?
Little boys. But these men are calling themselves, are
Thank
labeling
you.
themselves heterosexual.
Listen, they cannot be considered as heterosexual because they had sexual
Why is
attraction to
that?
the male
Because
anatomy.
they can't have access to a woman,
you're
so they
in
go for a
denial,
young boy that's
Jager.
vulnerable.
Jager.
No,
Jager.
that's a heterosexual man that can't have access to a
You
woman.
being
That's
in
why he's going for a
denial
vulnerable
is
boy. And then you're
facilitating.
trying to label
You
young
being
gay
in
men
denial
as
is
all
facilitating.
pedophiles.
Mute
Okay?
him, please. Mute him. You being in denial that these men specifically targeted boys is perpetuating the violence against these boys to continue, because this is something that is overlooked that allows the facilitation of little boys to be raped, because
When the
mothers
majority of
are
the
going to be
offenders are
thinking
heterosexual.
it's their daughters that they can't be heterosexual if they're having sex with males. They can never be heterosexual if they're having sex with males, Jager. Stop it. These are
The
children,
misunderstanding
Jager.
is that sexual orientation is linked to pedophilia, which is
But
completely
it is
incorrect.
almost
It's
sexuality
not.
is linked to P3DO.
Pedophilic
It
behavior,
is.
which is sexual attraction to
Your lifestyle
prepubescent
practice is
children,
linked to
is
P3DO.
not being
It's
attracted
always
sexual,
been. It's
same-sex attraction.
historically
Being a gay
your
man is being
sexual
attracted to another
attraction.
adult gay man.
Your sexual attraction is linked to P3DOism from its inception. It's been
Absolutely
linked to
fucking
P3DO.
not, because I was
Yes,
never
it is.
assaulted as a child. I was
Absolutely
never
freaking yes.
traumatized as a child.
Absolutely
My
freaking
sexual
yes. Where did
development
Where did
was
that lifestyle
natural.
originate?
You know
Where
what?
did that lifestyle
I
originate?
actually, you know what? It became, you know what? It was
Where
as a
did
result
that
of trauma
lifestyle
from
originate?
women. I actually became JOY because of trauma from
Historically, where did that lifestyle originate?
my lifestyle.
Where did it originate?
Originated from trauma from a woman. Explain that to me.
Where did I'm not talking about you,
If
sir.
women are so loving, if you're saying women are so loving,
homosexuality? All right, so he's not going to answer the question, because if he answers the question, he will answer us all. It would just basically affirm what we all knew. Homosexuality originated in where? Where did it originated? Where, Jager? Where was it originated?
Israel.
Israel. With whom?
The Jews.
And what were they doing?
They were bumming each other.
You're speaking biblically. In the book, where with Lot, what did the scripture say about the men that approached the angels?
Sorry, repeat that.
What did the scripture say? Did the scripture say young and old, small and great?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means they were doing it to little boys. That's its origin, Jager. That's its origin.
You're saying biblically,
Biblically, it's with children.
Pedophilia is biblical. Are you saying that?
Listen, we're not talking about pedoism is biblical. The information on it is biblical. It's documented in the Bible. And not only that, we can look at Rome. They were doing it with little boys. We can look at Greece. They were doing it with little boys. We can look at the entirety of Mesopotamia. It was grown men with little boys. We can look at Asia. it was grown men with little boys. Historically, homosexuality is linked to P3Doism. This is why even today now, we have gay men who prey on little boys. Because at the end of the day, we got to look at it from a realistic point of view. Men desire younger flesh. Why? Because of reproduction. That kind of mindset doesn't change because of their preferences.
That's with hetero
It's just
men.
that with it's just that all men. It's just that with heterosexual men, right? With heterosexual men, because their fathers, right? They can condone themselves. They can control themselves. But with your lifestyle, with no ramification, because you are not fathers, you don't have kids. You look at it differently. It's the truth. It's your lifestyle choice is originated in P3DO. If we look at historically, everywhere that condone homosexuality, it involved little boys. Every single where. Everywhere. You can't get mad at me for stating the facts. Those men, even the report that you have now, 90% of the men, right? 90% of the sexual predators were men. And their primary
Report is so
victims were boys,
incorrect.
even when
The
they were married to
Romans used to
women.
bum each other in the Colosseum. The Greeks used to do it.
They used to do it with little boys. They have depictions of it. Look at Mesopotamia.
Oh, they used to do it with grown men. It was the
Oh,
hetero,
sweetheart,
the
it was
hetero sick
boys.
ones.
Remember,
It
there's
was
a
the ones in
famous
power
king.
that took the
There was a
young
famous
boys.
emperor. There's a famous emperor that took a little boy, a little servant boy, and tried to transgender him.
Yeah,
and was
weren't most of
raping
them
him.
head of religion
Right?
as well at the same
Most
time?
of them they don't believe in God, so Jesus Christ, so it doesn't really matter because that's forbidden. So anyway, sir, you just answered your own question. It originated in P3Doism. Most P3Dos are men who prey on little boys.
Look,
It doesn't
I came
matter
up-
if they had girlfriends, because most of the P3Dos they get with single moms so that they can assault the little boys.
I came up to dispute your claim that JOY men are all pedophiles because that's absolutely
Nobody
incorrect.
said you're all P3DO. We're saying that the majority of P3DOs are gay men. And that's a
It's
factual
absolutely not.
statement.
It's absolutely not. It's
Sir,
absolutely
you just
not
read it
correct.
yourself. You just
I
said
read
you
the
just read a
stats.
study in Australia. You just read a study or a stat in Australia that showed that 90% of the sexual predators against children were men, and their
Yeah.
primary victims were little boys, even when they were married to women. Those women had daughters too. Those women had nieces too. They didn't fancy them. They
And the
fancied the
majority
boys.
of these offenders are heterosexual.
They can't be heterosexual while having same-sex relations. That's an oxymoron.
Mate, you definitely can be, especially when you're
You
lustful.
can never be
and you're
straight
in a
while
state
having
of
gay
mind where you
sex.
just want
You
to
can never
satisfy
be
your lust,
straight.
and you know that,
You
Shanta.
can
It's in the
never be
biblical
straight.
text.
They could have
It teaches
satisfied their
us-
lust with the
it
women.
teaches us
Their
not to
desires were
satisfy
for
our
the
lust
little
with
boys.
skin,
They
right?
could have
These people
satisfied
are
their
feeding
lust with the
into their
women that they
lust.
were married to. The women that they were with, they didn't want that. Their lusts were for the little boys. It's like this guy that the case that my friend just sent me. He literally got to know the mother because she had two little sons, and he got to know her, dated her, and while she was at work, he was graping her children, graping them, tore him up. And when the children were removed, they were even more assaulted in foster care. I just read that case. Just read that case. And in the foster care that he went, the man was married to a woman. So you can't tell me, Ish, no straight man desires the male anatomy. None. None. Only
You know
gay
what?
men
Gay
do
on
that.
gay offences, it identifies widespread abuse, but it involves male perpetrators in positions of authority. And many of whom
We don't
are
care about no position of
heterosexual
authority.
men.
Any male
They
that wants
identify
a
as
male is gay.
heterosexual.
They can't identify as heterosexual while having gay sex. That doesn't happen. Straight men don't do that. No straight man desires the male anatomy, whether it's in adolescence or adult. None. None. Only gay men, because you have to look at that visage and look at that the things that they carry and get aroused by it. Only gay men do that. End of story. You gotta accept it. You just read the stats yourself. You just read it. Why are you in denial? We acknowledging this can save little boys because at the end of
Because
the
the
day,
stats I'm reading, it says most child sexual
oh,
abuse
can
is
they be
committed by
taken?
heterosexual men.
Before you came up and you read that study, I just asked you if two males are having sex, what do you call it? And you said it's gay. So why, when it comes to little boys, you just want to dismiss it? It's still gay. It's a scientific term. It
I'm
has
gonna
nothing to do
label
with
it as gay
age.
because what do you think men on men
Sir,
like intimacy
homosexuality is a
But
scientific
if it's
term.
committed
It's a
by a
scientific
heterosexual
term.
man
It
to
doesn't
a
matter the
minor,
age
it
of
is
the
an
males.
illness. It
As
is not
long
an
as they
orientation.
involve themselves in same-sex relations, it's homosexuality.
Yeah,
Whether
but
you like it
Shanta,
or
get
not.
it in your head. Being gay does not make it an illness. Being a pedophile does. If you're sexually attracted to a
Sweetheart,
minor,
I don't think it's a mental illness. I think it's a perversion. Anything outside the norm is a perversion. Anything. And the norm is a man and a woman. Anything else outside of that is perversion. A man having sex with a woman in her back door is perversion. A man doing it with another man, perversion. A woman doing it with another woman is perversion. We were
what do you-
designed in one way. Did you know that scientifically only men and women going together is described as sex?
what do you make of the babonos we have out in the natural environment, which are bisexual?
Which,
They're monkeys that are bisexual.
Sir, monkeys hump anything when they're in rot heat or whatever estrus. That's not a flex. They're not gay. The only documented case of actual penetration between animals was literally coerced, and it was years after the guy admitted that they trained them how to do it. It's their instinct. Your dog humps your leg. Does that make them human sexual? No. I'm gonna get on to the next guest.
All right. Cheers.
Cool world, cheers. But you gotta admit the facts, Jager. Just admit it. Save a little boy. Because if we highlight this, more boys will be saved. There's a reason why even the news agencies, they don't highlight the fact that most predators prey on little boys. They don't highlight it. Because if you do, you will be like, oh, so that's why they do that in front of children at their parades. Guys, nobody was harassed or bullied on this live. There's no hate speech being perpetuated on this live. There's no bigotry. There's no transphobia being perpetuated on this live, nor condone. This live is for educational and entertainment purposes only. All right, cool. Audrey, if you don't mind me asking.
I'm 23.
Awesome. Lover, you wanted to say something before?
Yes, I did just have a question because I remembered when I originally brought up, I wasn't speaking on the topic. I was just saying that I dated women and then I got invited. So I was wondering, was there anything about that in particular that you wanted to talk to me about?
I don't care what you do with your lifestyle. That's your business.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that was like the reason that I got invited.
No,
So
beloved, that's not my business, darling. I just thought you were a dissenting opinion. That's all it is. I thought you disagreed. What you do in your privacy is not my business, darling. Not my business. As long as children aren't watching or being told that to do it, I'm good. Cool world.
Yeah.
How old are you for TikTok purposes? I'm sorry if you told me, I forgot.
23.
Awesome. How can I assist you?
So about what was just talked about, SA is never about attraction. It is about power. I just want to make that clear. So
That's not true because according to the expert, it is an attraction because P3DOs can be attracted to either or both sexes.
the majority of people who SA children are not technically P3Os.
Actually, they are.
Do you have a source for that?
The fact that they grape them. There's a difference between a child SAer and a P3DO. And that's what you guys don't understand. The majority of people that actually SA children are P3DOs. There are men that will be opportunists, like a child Mster is an opportunist. It could be that he's, the 14-year-old girl is on the couch, she's sleeping and nobody's there. He will touch her, try to, apprehend her or even do it. But he may go on never to offend again, right? Never to want to do something with an underage child. But a P3DO is somebody who typically desires like 12, in my opinion. They say it's 13, but I think 13 is too old for a lot of P3s. It's typically 12 and under. 12 and under. And majority of those that have that desires for 12 and under are men who touch on little boys.
Right. But so are we talking about the majority of people who desire 12 and under, or the majority of people who
No, we're talking
actually
about
act?
the majority who are P3DOs. And there's
Okay.
no such
So
thing as a not offending P3DO. The ones that say they don't offend, they're the ones that Go ahead.
I'm not discussing non-offending. I'm just discussing like those who actually do offend. The majority of those who do
Yeah,
offend
there
are
are men
not.
who offend boys.
Yeah. But regardless of the sex of the victim, they
Cis
aren't offending
mix.
based on attraction. They're offending based on.
Oh, yes, they are offended based on attraction. I have an article here about a veterinarian. He was literally about to be a dad. He used surrogacy to father a child. And the mother was 9 months or 7 months, 8 months, just about ready to deliver. And he was on Telegram, and other gay apps soliciting men, right, to come over and essay his son when his son was born. One of the quote that he said to the decoy, the agent that was an undercover agent, was that I can't wait for my son to be born so I can slip my diak inside of him, quote, end quote. He also gave children, his nieces and nephews, sleeping agents that were twice the recommended dosage for adults. And when I think it was Benadryl, and when they were passed out, he said to the guy, oh, I will do both, but I prefer boys. He was married to a man, he was gay. And he said to the decoy, I do both, but I prefer boys from like, what was the age he said that he preferred the boys? From like 0 to 6, 7? What did he say in the article? I don't remember. Do you guys remember? Anyway, something to that extent. He preferred young boys. But he had recordings of himself raping his nieces and nephews. And his dogs, because he was a veterinarian. 0 to 7. Yeah, he preferred 0 to 7. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, baby. 0 to 7 boys. 0 boys. So they do have preferences. You have some P3DO that will only touch boys. You have some P3DOs that will touch girls, and you have some that they prefer one, but they don't mind doing both. But typically they prefer boys. I don't know what's wrong with you. Even with lesbians, when they are P3DOs, they typically prefer girls, even the lesbians.
Okay. But if you look at the data, like what they found in U.S. prisons specifically, those who SA minors or are on charges for SAing minors are typically not P3DOs. It's typically out of a opportunistic exertion of power, which
the
is what
minors,
SA is
the
about.
minors,
Which is why people shouldn't be saying things like
no. You notice they use the word minors. Let me tell you something in these articles. It's very distinctive because a minor in our society right now, I don't agree with it, is 13 and up. A child, right, is 13 and under. This is the categorization that they give. So that's why I just said to you, a guy will see a 14-year-old girl walking home from school, nobody's there, and he can, grab her up, do what he wants, and, go about his business. He may never offend again. He doesn't necessarily have attraction to children. He's just an opportunist that saw a female, right, in a vulnerable state and took advantage of that. But a P3DO is far different. They specifically have desires for children, as I said before, 13 and under, right? And they typically like little boys. They're typically men who like little boys.
Yeah, and it's but there's a distinction there, and that the distinction can be easily seen in U.S. prisons.
Sir, you're not dismissing anything that I've said. You're basically trying to deflect and say that P3DOs are opportunists. Sir, those men by definition wouldn't even be classed as P3DOs. A
Well, a child
P3DO is a
S.
person that likes a child. In our society, we view children as anyone under the age of 18, yes, right? But there's a distinction between a child and an adolescent or a minor, as they call them, though, right? There's a distinction. If you look up what P3DO is in, 11 to 12 that they end, but they like to say 13. But to me, the 13-year-old body is developed, and most P3DOs don't find that attractive anymore, right? So it's typically from 13 to 0. That's the definition of a P3DO. While there are different categories and class, right? It's typically 0 to 13, according to them. So I don't know what's wrong with you. You won't change that fact. Most pedos will tell you straight up, I don't like when they start to develop, because a 12-year-old, 13-year-old boy is starting to mature and look like a man, and they won't desire that. A 12, 13-year-old girl is starting to develop and look like a woman, and they don't like that. They like the ambiguity. That's why some of them will essay both girls and boys, because of the ambiguity when they're that like young, like 0 to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's just the truth.
I'm aware, but
There's nobody being harassed or bullied here. There's no homophobia being perpetuated or tolerated on this live. There's no heterophobia or transphobia being perpetuated or tolerated on this live. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes. No one is being harassed or bullied. There's no hate speech or hateful rhetoric on this live or hateful behavior on this live. The live is for civil discourse and education purposes only. Go ahead, darling.
so in a similar way that men in U.S. prisons are sort of like I forgot the exact term, but it's like they're not actually homosexual. They, are taking
they
what
are.
they can get.
No, they are gay. They are gay. Without question. They are gay.
Okay. But in another way, where it doesn't matter necessarily what the person is wearing when they are essayed. It doesn't matter if they are quote unquote attractive or not.
Yeah, but it does
They
matter
can
when
still
you
be
desire a
essayed.
child. It does matter when you're a child. It saying, oh, it doesn't matter what the person was wearing when they were essayed, as is not equatable to a man specifically going after a child. The rapist doesn't care what the woman is wearing. He's an opportunist. He doesn't care what the man is wearing. He's an opportunist. But a P3DO cares if you're a child or not. Totally different. It's not equatable. Guys, TikTok, there's no hate speech. There's no hateful behavior or hateful rhetoric being perpetuated on this live. There's no bigotry, harassment, or bullying being perpetuated on this live. There's no homophobia being perpetuated on this live. There is no transphobia or heterophobia being perpetuated on this live. The live is for educational and entertainment purposes only.
So, what my point is that, like, yeah, they're opportunists, just like the majority of people who SA children. I'm not talking about P3DOs. I'm not interested in what it goes on in people's heads, like why they do this, except for like what's happening to the majority of them. And in the majority of cases, it's about power. It's about, opportunism. It's not about an attraction. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for having me up here.
That's not true. It doesn't matter what you say. You wanting that to be a thing will not make it a thing. It's not about power. Even the experts disagree with you, because if you go into any psychological database, it tells you that P3DO behavior is a sexual attraction. So it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you wish. And it doesn't change the fact. Most P3DOs are men who prey on little boys. It's not about power, it's for their own sexual gratification. They desire sex with children. That's what they're attracted to. That's what turns them on. And if that weren't the case, we just have the case with the police officer. Case in point. Hold on. Hold on. Let's get to it. Let me find it for you. 1 second. We just had this happen. Ohio police officer Jeffrey Parker has pled guilty to possessing and distributing videos and images of new children as young as 4 years old. Contain images of his own children. His wife, in her statement to the police, said she wondered why he never liked being intimate. Let's say that again. The wife in her police report said, and I quote, she wondered why he never liked being intimate. I will say it again. His wife said, and I quote, I always wondered why he never liked or wanted to be intimate, because he was never sexually attracted to her. The only reason he got with her, big up yourself, Jesse, was so that he could procreate, to have the children there at his disposal, to do what he wanted to get his sexual gratification on. So it is about who they're attracted to. It's not about power. It's about their own sexual gratification and who can get them to reach that peak. And it's children. That's what they desire. You guys don't want to acknowledge the truth. You guys don't want to hold your community accountable for the atrocities that they've committed against little boys. You guys are refusing to hold the men in your community accountable for the atrocities that they've committed against little boys. You want to cover it up because you benefit from it. Because a lot of you have desires for little boys. And you like the way it's run in your community. You can find a 13-year-old boy on Grindr, a 12-year-old boy, and you can get him to your place and you can do with him what you want behind a dumpster at McDonald's, because these things happen. These things happen. They meet little boys at McDonald's, Chick-fil-A. They lure them to their place. Sometimes they don't even bring them back to a place. They do it with them behind the dumpsters. How many 12-year-old boys are on the Big G app? How many? On Whisper or whatever it's called. How many? Soliciting young boys. I'll take care of you. Be my sugar baby. How many of you? Your first encounter was when you were 13, 11, 12 with a grown-ass man. How many of you? You don't want to acknowledge it because you've developed those desires yourself for young boys. Big up, Cadence. You've developed those desires for little boys yourself. And you thought it was okay because you thought you wanted it. You thought you wanted it, so you probably think, oh, those little boys wanted it too. Please interact with the poll to help the live get on the For You page, please, and thank you guys. I'd appreciate it. You guys don't want to acknowledge the truth. And you know why so many men are unaliving themselves? Exactly, Caleb. Exactly, Caleb. That's why so many men are unaliving themselves. That's why so many men are attempting to unalive themselves because they have that secret. The neighbor down the street touched them. Daddy did this to them. Mommy's boyfriend did that to me. Uncle did that to me. Elder cousin did that to me. The teacher did that to me. The football coach did that to me. The basketball coach, the soccer coach, the baseball coach, granddad. The reason why they make it seem as if men are out there preying on little girls the way that they do is because they don't want you to know the truth. They don't want you to know the truth. And what is the truth? They don't care about no little girls. It's the boys they want. Because even when they assault little girls, they sodomize them. They go the back door. Even when they essay little girls, they typically go the back route. Why is this great secret being kept? Oh, because we're going to see the community for what it is and see that it is actually preying on children, right? We're going to see the community for what it truly is. An organization hell-bent on turning children out and legalizing child-adult relations. TikTok, nobody's being bullied or harassed on this live. Nobody is being bullied or harassed on this live. There's no bigotry being perpetuated on this live. Homophobia or transphobia. None of that is being perpetuated on this live. That's why they keep it hush-hush. Look in the foster care system. Do you think it's little girls? You would think, the media perpetuate that. Little girls are being accosted by men. Little girls are the victims. 1 in 3 little girls is SA'd. You would think that the foster care system is filled with little girls. No. No, it's not. It's little boys. And why are they there? Why are these little boys there? Some guy did something to them. Some guy did something to them. Why is it being highlighted on the media? Because then there would be outrage against these parades. Because then you will come to the conclusion, so that's why. So that's why they have these parades where they have grown men exposing themselves to children. Oh, that's why they do these things to children. That's why they're saying children can consent. You will draw the conclusion. So they hide the true nature. They hide it from you. You didn't know? Excuse me, I'm eating a cucumber. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday evening, so Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Could you guys hear me? TikTok, the live is for educational and entertainment purposes. Who remembers the case at the mall? Who remembers the case at the mall a couple months ago? Who remembers the case at the mall? Do you guys remember the mall that happened where the 2-year-old boy and 3-year-old boy, this guy that is a member of the community, right? I don't remember the name of the mall. He was babysitting the children for the mothers. One of the children was his in-law, was his boyfriend nephew, right? One of the children was his boyfriend's nephew in the mall bathroom, right? And he was babysitting. Remember, these little boys are 2 and 3 years old. And he graped them on the changing table. Not only him graped them, several men were lined up graping the 2-year-old and 3-year-old baby boys. Saying disparaging thing to them. Telling them to shut up, you biatch. Right? Beating them up while they grape them, telling them to shut up, calling them all sort of abusive names while they were graping the 2 and 3-year-old boys. And this happens all the time. Exactly, Caleb. And they want to say that Christians are the bad people. All praises to the Most High God. All praises. Did the community come out and condemn it? No. No, they didn't. They act like these things aren't happening. They sweep them under the rug. And I heard that Envy was on her live talking about the trans community and the trans ideology is rooted in P3DO. Envy, stop taking my talking points. You weren't saying this, right? You weren't saying this before. Stop copying me. The trans ideology is rooted in P3DO activity. I know I keep repeating this, but I have to, because since now people are stealing everything that I say and taking it on like it's their own. John Money was the one that started in our generation the trans ideology. And he too was a P3DO and a member of the community. Right? They're members of the community. It is about attraction. It is about their attraction to children. It is most certainly about their attraction to children. And you're not qualified to make that diagnosis. Even the experts say it's an attraction. Right now, if I look up pedoism, it says a sexual orientation towards children. That's what it says. So John Money believed that children have innate desires for sex and that they should be free to indulge in it. Same with Alfred Kinsey. It's Alfred Kinsey's ideology right? Table 35 that is being used right now in schools as SMEX Ed curriculum. Alfred Kinsey was a P3DO. He conducted numerous experiments on children, babies as young as months old, and said that when the baby cried, when they were being graped, right? When the babies cried when they were being graped, it was because they were reaching their peak. I'm trying to be discreet here. Try to understand what I'm saying. He said that when the babies cried when they were being violated, it was because they were reaching their peak of pleasure, okay? No, John Money's most notable case is of the twin brothers, Brian and David Rainier, right? No, these twin brothers went for a circumcision. And it is said that, you know, one of them accidentally lost a bit of their reproductive parts. So John Money, I don't think it was an accident. I think this man was preparing to do his experiment, and he had people in higher power working with him, other doctors, nurses, and health professionals. That's my opinion. So when the little boy lost piece of his manhood, John Money, you know, approached the parents and said, since he's lost his manhood, we can raise him as a girl because gender is a social construct, right? So John Money convinced the parents to cut off what remained of his male anatomy and invert it and try to make him live the life of a girl. The problem with that is that gender is not a social construct. And the poor little boy, right? The poor little boy went ahead with himself and wanted to be a boy. So his parents told him. The parents told him because the brother said, we will not go to see John Money over our unalive bodies. We will not go to see him because they were being coerced by John Money to do horrible things with each other while he recorded and took photographs of them and did stuff to himself. So when the parents found out, the parents told him that, okay, you were a boy, da-da-da-da-da. He ended up unaliving himself after he detransitioned. Okay? Yes, I just said it, love. They use it as the guidelines for SMEX Ed as the school curriculum all over the world. They use John Money's ideology and Alfred Kinsey's ideology for SMEX Ed all over the world. All over the world. So one of the brothers unalived himself and the other, they said, passed away in a car crash. I believe that he too unalived himself because of the abuse that he suffered at the hands of John Money. Okay? So we have two ideologies that are created from members of the alphabet community. All right? So now we see the alphabet community coming up with Trans Kids Lives Matters. Trans Kids Matters. Trans Kids this. Trans Kids that. Geared at giving children bodily autonomy, they use the suicidality as a means to advocate and demand that children be given bodily autonomy. They say, we need to allow children to be who they are because some parents are bigoted and hateful, and the child may unalive themselves if they're not given the right to transition. But what they're saying is, give children the right to govern themselves so that we can have relations with them legally. What well-thinking adult would advocate for children to have bodily autonomy if you didn't have ulterior motives? What's the ulterior motive, you ask? to say that the child knew what they wanted, knew what they were getting into, and was okay with it. Big up yourself, Leaning. Why would a community built on sexual immorality be concerned about children? You saw one just came out and said that when he was 8, he was attracted to boys. Do you know how sick that sounds? Because if you develop an attraction at 8, a sexual one, that's where it will stay. So if at 8 you desired other little boys to have sex with, even when you're an adult, that is the mind frame that you have, because that has been imprinted on your brain. That's what's imprinted on your brain. Most P3DOs know that they're P3DOs by the time that they reach puberty. Most P3DOs know that they're P3DOs when they reach puberty, because they find that they're not attracted to teenagers their age. They're attracted to children. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 6, 7, 8. Exactly, present moment. So when you hear them say, oh, I knew I was gay at 4, I knew I was gay at 5, what they're telling you is, I had sexual desires at 4. I looked at other little boys and wanted to have relations with them. That's what they're telling you. And it's dangerous. To have this narrative be spread throughout our society is dangerous. Now we see them, right? Invite them up. Invite them up, Funny Bone. That's why now you see the community saying, children know their gender identity. Children know their gender identity. Children know their gender identity at 2. Who's fella? Who's that? Who's that time's up? They know. They know what they're doing. They're desensitizing us. Remember? Oh, okay, darling. Do you remember when people used to say they're walking around in their birthday suits at these parades? Thank you, JK. Do you guys remember that? I remember being a little girl and people were like, they have smicks in the street. They walk around in their birthday suits at these parades, and Glad used to deny it. The community as a whole used to say, that's not true. Remember? Do you guys remember? Then last year, Glad came out and said, nudity has always been a part of Pride. Kink has always been a part of Pride. So they desensitize us. They desensitize us. Same thing that they did with the entertainment industry. You notice nobody's shocked at what Diddy did? Why aren't you shocked? They give you a little bit. They give you a little bit. They brace you. So for years we've been hearing that Diddy grapes little boys. For years we've been hearing that he drugs men and takes them, right? When they go to audition for him for a record deal. No, it's out in the open. Nobody's like, oh my God, I can't believe. Everybody's like, oh, we already knew. Desensitization. The same thing that they're doing now. The same thing that they're doing now with normalizing P3DO. The same thing. Because do you understand the implication of saying children can consent? Do you understand the implication of saying children know who they are at 2? Do you guys understand the implication? It's a P3DO stream. They're desensitizing you. They're telling you, oh, these children wanted it. So when they come out and say, oh, children can consent to SMEX, you're like, oh, we already knew children can consent. Don't let them. Don't let them. Do not let them. Protect our children at all costs. Guys, I was flagged. I'm going to restart the live, but I will be right back. I was flagged. I'm going to restart. If you haven't followed, make sure you follow. I'll be right back.